If you're, say, a 50, 60-year-old guy and you want to marry someone who's younger than you, then you better be willing to do all the things that you did. Jeremy says, what does a 40-year-old have in common with a 25-year-old? The guy is the obvious winner in that relationship. Yeah, you know, the age differential is a very interesting thing, Jeremy. I've been at this now for almost 30 years. I've seen 5-year differentials in relationships that go down in flames very quickly, and I've seen 40-plus year age differentials that are still going strong, okay? So it really, really depends on the two people involved. Yes, statistically, you have more risk with a larger age differential, okay? But that's statistical. When you get into, you know, couple by couple, person by person, it really depends on those two individuals. You know, the divorce rate in the United States is about 50% or so. Some say it's even higher than that. And we have one of the slimmest age differentials pretty much in any culture. It's very, very slim compared to most cultures. In a lot of other cultures, the age differential can easily be 10, 15, 20 years. And we see that a lot with our couples, although I'd say the average age differential is about 11 or 12 years, even with us, if you were to really kind of look at the average. But there are some outliers that have 30-year age differences, 40-year age differences. I know one that I'm thinking of that's pretty close to a 40-year age difference. Have been together now for, 7 or 8 years, still going strong, still doing great. I know several that have 20, 25-year age differences that are still going strong. And the men and women have a lot in common, and because that's who they are. But I've always said, if you're, say, a 50, 60-year-old guy, and you want to marry someone who's 20, 25, even 30 years younger than you, then you better be willing to do all the things that you did 20, 25, 30 years ago, and not expect her to live like someone who's 20 to 30 years older than she is, because that's just not fair to her. You got to experience things that you want to do when you were younger. So, you know, there's an old saying, you know, you got to have the game to cover the spread. And if you've got that, then yeah, you can go and do that. But if you're going to, watch Wheel of Fortune, drink a cup of warm milk and go to bed at 8 o'clock, then no, it's probably not a good idea for you to marry someone who's much younger than you. I mean, it's about the people involved. It always is. So it's not just an age thing. You know, it's funny, when we first started, we used to put the age of the women, the up to, I'm interested in someone up to 30, up to 50, up to 60, right? We used to put that. And then we decided that that was worthless, because the women who were saying that were marrying men that were much older than that. You know, we talked to them and said, well, I didn't know he was going to be like that when I met him. You know, and I see that quite often, even with some of the affiliates, where a woman's like, no, I only want someone who's like 40, 45, not 50 or 55. And then they meet the 50 or 55-year-old, and it's great. And they laugh at themselves for almost not meeting that person, almost not giving themselves that opportunity. Again, it comes down to the person. That chronological age doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot once you get past, 25, 30. People age differently. They take care of themselves differently. Their mental, the way they act, personality, totally different. And it doesn't really have so much to do about age. Chris says, none of these women will ever judge anything about anyone. We had a young man from Taiwan that was shy. He did great. Yeah, that's what's really cool about this too, is that when you're in this social event, there's so much support. It's so much different than just being one-on-one. And some guys are like, oh, I don't know, I couldn't be in that big area with all these women and these guys. But when you're there, it's different. Yes, it can be intimidating sometimes at first, but everyone's trying to help everyone too, pretty much. And so you just find your place. You fit in, and it's really cool, I think. So yeah, I would not worry about that at all, being shy or timid when you're there. Especially if we notice that you're a little bit shy, we will try to pair you with your matchmaker, who's going to be at your side all night, by the way, at these group events that you're seeing here. And we'll try to pair you with someone who's going to be a little more aggressive, a little more outgoing. And I think that helps some of the shyer guys. And all of a sudden they feel more comfortable because they have this, this aggressive wing woman who's at their side all night, helping them talk to the women, helping them get the dates. Again, this is another case, just like correspondence that we were talking about, where you have someone helping you talk to the women and helping the women talk to you. Even though you're right there, in the room, they're still helping, and they're going to put a little bit of their spin on the conversation. Same with correspondence. It's going to happen because you have a third person involved.
Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Check out our website at
foreignbride.com.